Hello, everybody. I just came out of a clarity session with a friend of mine, and he's a spiritual teacher and was looking to get some tips on what he might take to his students to help them experience greater clarity immediately. What little tricks did I have up my sleeve? And I showed him this shifting practice, which I already have a video on that's 38 minutes long. It's well worth your watching. But, I did notice that all I had to go into with him took, between telling him about the practice and he and I doing it for a couple of minutes, it took about 5 minutes maybe, something like that. So I thought, well, I should go back and cut a very much shorter video so that people can get the flavor of what we're doing without having to go through a lot of, fluff, which, so to speak. Well, I'm speaking very highly of my other video. I actually like it, so do watch it. But this one's the short one. What you are is prior to language. What you truly are, your true nature, is that which is prior to language. So you can't get there with language. You can't get there with my language or your language, not what comes out of your mouth and not what comes out of your head. Because language is something that we don't just use to talk to others. We use to talk to ourselves. The character uses it to talk to the character. The voice in the head, right? So you can't get there those ways. It's best to just go directly to it. Let's experience your true nature right now. Don't give yourself the benefit, the dubious benefit sometimes, of language. Just suspend language for just a few minutes or a few moments. You can have it back. We're not taking it away forever. We're just taking it away so that you can find out what reality really is. So what I want you to do is just suspend thinking and then look around the room that you're in. Suspend language. Look around the room. Don't name anything. In the absence of language, there's no time. In the absence of language, there's no knowledge other than that deep, deep, deep knowledge, which is really more of a feeling than it is a knowing. It's kind of both. Knowing, feeling's fair. Without language, I'm immediately cast into the great unknowing because I don't know what this is. Without language, I can still report that I am, but I can't possibly report, well, even with language, I can't report what I am. But in the absence of language, there's nothing even to say. There's nothing that needs to be said. I am. That's all. We could even say am. I'm amming. can report that I am, but I cannot report what I am. In the absence of language, there's no character. In the absence of language, there's no Fred. If I look around and I want to throw the toggle switch to Fred, I can see painting, 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 light, book, picture. But in the absence of language, I have no idea whatsoever what's going on. I know that, I can feel that whatever this is, it's not other than me. That much is clear. But I don't know what it is. I don't. So I can tell you again. I can tell you that I am, but I can't tell you what I am. And I can't tell you what's going on here, and I can't tell you where I am, and I can't tell you when I am, because in the absence of language, there's no time. In the absence of language, there's no character, because there's no story. In the absence of language, there's just this without the just this. The great unknowing. Without the words, the great unknowing. What's happening there is that I, awakeness, am literally breaking through and seeing my true nature without filtering it with character. When I use the body literally as a camera, because that's what it is. It's a sensing device for awakeness, for consciousness. And when I use it for what it's meant for, I'm never out. I can see, it's very clear. I can't possibly ever be disconnected or off base or unattached or anything like that to what I truly am, because there's because I can't possibly fall out of myself. This unit can fall out of a bed, can fall off a sofa, it can fall down the steps. But I can't fall out of myself because there's nothing but me. And when I drop language, I see this very clearly. And now that's long enough. That's long enough. You can do this on your own. Do it for 5 seconds, do it for 10 seconds, do it for 15 seconds, do it for 2 minutes, do it for 20 minutes, do it however long you can, but do it. Stay in touch.